Okay, hello. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, June 3rd. It is just after 11 a.m. in Worthington, Minnesota. Beautiful 70-degree day. I already sat out on the deck for about an hour this morning, catching up on social media and just enjoying the sunshine and no bugs, no wind. So I had this idea the other day, and well, let me just turn my camera down and I'll tell you all about it. While I am grabbing another sheet of cardstock, I'll let you just look at that for a second. I am not sure at all what um, the original idea of this technique is called. Okay, but here's where the original idea came from. When you take and I think my good friend, Ann Hockenstadt from Two Harbors, Minnesota, I think she taught me this. I think I've seen it in a variety of ways and places, but anyway, the idea is that you take a piece of white cardstock, well, any color, and you stamp a plus sign pattern across your paper and down your paper. And then you cut this into 4 rectangles, and you use those rectangles to create 4 cards, each one unique. And I got to thinking, why can't you do that with pretty paper? So let me show you what I did. I took a piece of this designer series paper, and that's what I did. If you can see the angle here on where I sliced, I know it's a little bit hard to see because I also added lots of popped up images. So like this flower I added afterwards. So that's why the pattern doesn't match here. But can you see that this right here matches? And in essence, this would match right up to there, and this would match up to here. So it might be a bit confusing again, like I said, because I did so much adding to it, but let me show you exactly what I did. Okay, so this piece of pattern paper is 8 by 8. So if you want to do this along with me, feel free. You need a piece of pretty paper that's 8 by 8, and then you need a coordinating piece of cardstock that is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, or 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. And you could actually go a little bit bigger. Let me think about that. You could go a little smaller on this if you wanted more of your cardstock color to show. Okay, so I'll leave that there. We're going to go ahead and adhere this onto that piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to use my big tape runner because it's a large area. Alright, so here's my pretty 8 by 8, and there's just going to be a very small, okay, and a savvy person, ooh, let me be that savvy person right now. Let me take this off before it gets too stuck on. Okay, tip number 2 of the day. Didn't know I was going to do this, but let's just put this at 1 inch and 1 inch, and we're going to go down to 7. I'm going to save the middle. I think this will work. If it doesn't, I will cut another piece of cardstock. I know where I can get more. And 7. All right, now I might need to snip these a little bit. I didn't get exactly. This piece that I'm cutting out doesn't have to be perfect until I, you know, use it for something else. So, all right. So, I've cut that out. Now I have a frame. And hi, Chris Borwall. Thanks for joining me. Now I have a piece that I can use for something else. All right. This already has adhesive on the back. So, again, I only need a small border around the outside. Let's tuck that in there. All right. Oops, and yes, of course I had adhesive on there. Ah! All right. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it at 4 1/16 inch. 4 1/16 inch, because that's half. All right, so 4 1/16, that's that little tiny line right after 4. Okay. Again, I'm having to be a little bit careful because I had put adhesive on here. All right, so there's that. And now I'm going to cut it on the diagonal. So on my, hi Melinda, on my original card, are the ones that I showed you here, the reason that this piece is on here is because when I cut this on the diagonal, I was a little bit too low and it didn't fit up here. So I just slid it down. So let me cut it just a little bit, I don't know, higher, lower. It's not going to matter because I can move it to the other card. Let's go about in the middle. All right. So I'm going to piece these back together and cut on the diagonal. Yep, the same thing's going to happen. This piece is too long to fit on one card. Ah! And so, again, I apologize for putting glue on the back too soon. All right, so now this piece is going to be too long, so I need to trim it. So let's just go 2 inches. All right, I know I'm probably confusing you all like crazy, but it's going to make sense, I believe, right now. Okay, so this is the piece that was in the top corner. This is the piece from right here that I trimmed off, and so I'm going to move that down to this card. Okay, this is the top corner, top left. This is bottom left. Okay, do you see it? And now this is the piece I have left, and it's still a little bit, it's going to fit, and we're just going to have a small slice showing. Let me get that on there straight. A small slice of soft seafoam showing, which I like. What do you think? Do you see how that was one piece of 8 by 8 paper? Isn't that cool? So there again, this was that corner. This is this corner. Oh, my lighting is a little weird. This is this corner, and this is that corner. Now, all I have to do is make these 4 pieces pretty, and I will have 4 more cards that are similar to these 4. What do you think? Are you up for this as a challenge? This is going to be my challenge this week, for you to take 1 sheet of designer series paper, pretty paper, and make 4 cards using this, what I'm calling, what did I call it? I had a clever name for it. Something slice. Split and slice, I think I called it. So use this, and I would love for you to share your version of split and slice in the comments, and I may just send you a prize in the mail. Thanks so much for watching, and give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends who might want to try it, and I dare you. Hey, for those of you that haven't heard, I'm doing a fundraiser for the Helping Hand Pregnancy Center in my town, and I'm looking for sponsors for kits. You can be, let me quick look at the levels. I didn't memorize them. I should have. You can sponsor 1 kit at the new beginning level. You can sponsor 2 kits, Growing Hope. You can sponsor 3 kits, A Caring Heart. You can sponsor 5 kits, Community Blessing. And if you really are feeling generous, you can be a Helping Hands champion and sponsor 10 kits. Kits are $20 each. Let me know if you're interested, and I will either send you my Venmo or we can make payment arrangements. I'm going to host an event sometime after all of the kits arrive for people to come and help me assemble them. So if you also are interested in helping assemble kits, let me know. So that's it for today. I have no idea when I'll be back on again, because that's just how my retirement schedule goes. But if I'm back on, I hope you'll watch me. And like I said, give me a thumbs up, share my videos with those that you think might be interested, and we'll see you soon. Bye, friends.